Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Hormone's Vinyl Madness, episode 39. Well, I'm in another location today. This is my control room of my studio, Gap Central Recording Studios, where I do all my mixing. And I'll just give you a quick look. That's my computer. Got my latest film clip playing there. Bit of cross promotion. My mixing desk here, and it's a Mackie Onyx 1640. For those interested, that's what I use. Anyway, I'm going to do a separate video on the control room and studio room, which is just behind the computer. Got my double glass windows, two lots of double glass windows, and then there's a live room in there with the drums and amps and all that stuff in there. And this is the control room. I do all my vocals in here as well, bass playing, things like that. Anyway, I'm doing an album today. I've just picked one album. I mentioned to Fit to be Tie-Dyed Paul over in Canada. Good day, Paul, how you going? It's freezing cold here in freezing cold Perth, Western Australia. It's our winter, and we've had a lot of rain, which apparently we need. So the powers to be now are going to struggle with putting the price of water up, I would believe, because they can't keep saying that we don't have any water, because it's raining like bucket loads at the moment, which is great. We do need it. We have long dry spells here and beautiful summers, and the downside is our population's grown, and we've still got the same amount of dam space we had back when I first came to Australia in 1968. They have put bores down and stuff since, I guess, but yeah, we use more water now because there's more people here. But anyway, we won't go into that. I'm doing one album today, and I said to Paul I was going to get that as he reviewed it a few episodes of Fit to be Tie-Dyed ago, and it's Paul McCartney's Thrillington. I got this on eBay, this particular copy. It's a reissue. Sounds tremendous. I've played it shortly before filming this video, and I played it the other day. I got up early and I'm doing some work to my outside room where I do a lot of my music video filming. I've got off my backside and continued to finish upgrading that, putting ceiling in and what have you, and getting it watertight. It's been good this weather because it's telling me where all the leaks are, and I've slowly honed in on that, and I'm filling all the leaks because I want to put vinyl down and what have you, and a wood heater out there, and it's really beautiful. It's actually just through this door to my, you can't see it, but to my left, and you're in that room, so it's great. My studio control room backs onto it, or it backs onto my studio control room, and then you can go into the house from there too. But it's a very small house I have here. It's a little two-story townhouse, three bedroom, 2 bathroom. It does have 3 kaisers though, 3 toilets, which is very handy. And so this room that I've created off the back literally doubles my living space here, which is terrific. Excuse me. So yeah, Thrillington. I really love this record. This is a 180 gram reissue, and it's remastered. I've just got some info down here on my iPad, so I'll be walking down there as we go, but I'll just get it out. Now, it came with the, I believe this is the same as the original inner sleeve, which has Thrillington written on it there. Nice heavy cardstock, but you know, I prefer using the cellophane lined paper sleeve. So there's the back cover, and of course, for those who don't know, this is a brass sort of jazzy, or is it jazzy? Not really. It has that feel to it, I guess, big band sort of feel version of the Paul McCartney and Linda McCartney Ram album. Paul doesn't play on it, he produced it, you know. Excuse me for sniffing. But anyway, so I put it in my nice inner sleeves, and it's on the purple Capital label. There's a beautiful slab of vinyl, and it does sound really good. I'd never heard it before. I'd seen it online before, but didn't know anything about it. And Fit to Be Tie-Dyed Paul did a video on it, and I thought, oh, I'm going to have me that. I have seen it around before, so yeah. So I ordered it more or less straight away, and it arrived. I might have ordered it a few days later, but it arrived 2 days ago. I'm on my days off at the moment. I've got one more day off tomorrow, and then I'm back at work. I work, as I've said, 4 days on, 4 days off, which is terrific. We work for 12-hour shifts, so you get 4 days off, which is great, especially when you're doing stuff around the house or you want to go away, But I just noticed an ad on my video. I haven't had ads for ages. That's amazing. Anyway, it's a great album. The band plays really well. There's a bit of orchestral sort of violin stuff in there, brass section, good drumming, bass playing. I believe it's recorded at Abbey Road, and it was. I know it was remastered there anyway. And yeah, I really like it. Even Miss Squeak said, I really like that. I said, yeah, it'd be great to put on when you're having people over for dinner, and hung that on. It's really nice, and a really welcomed addition to my Beatles stroke Paul McCartney collection, which is growing nicely on vinyl. Back in the day, as I've said before, did not have the money to buy a lot of vinyl, and I got 99% of the Beatles stuff. I didn't have a Magical Mystery Tour on vinyl, believe it or not, back in the day, but I did have it on cassette, and I had Band on the Run on cassette, and I had various singles that they released, but yeah, just did not have the cash. And again, the back cover, it's got the entire Ram album on it. It is essentially the Ram album done by a brass band. Now, just a little bit of information here as I flick through this. Thrillington, okay, and I did have it up, but it chose to shut down on me. I am a tech head case. I'm pretty useless at tech. That's why it took me so long to learn how to record digitally, But anyway, Thrillington is a 1977 album produced by Paul McCartney under the pseudonym Percy Thrills. Percy Thrills, Thrillington. It's an instrumental cover version of the Paul and Linda McCartney's 1971 album Ram. The album was recorded in June 1971 with McCartney as producer, with an intent release shortly thereafter. Arranged by Richard Anthony Hewson, was asked to work. Arranger Richard Anthony Hewson was asked to work on the orchestration before Ram had yet been released. When Paul and Linda decided to form Wings, the album was shelved, and I guess he decided to put it out in 1977. And I'm glad he did. The renditions of the songs are terrific. There's none that I don't like. It sounds great on my vintage Gerard turntable, which I still have to do a video on. That turntable, I shelved my new turntable that cost me $200. I picked this Gerard turntable up for $180 Australian, I believe it was, from the capital city, Canberra, over the eastern states. And I got it from there. I think that might have been including shipping too. It might have been $20 or something shipping. But anyway, this thing, the output on this turntable is so much superior to my new turntable, which the name eludes me at the moment, of that turntable. The turntable was fine, but this thing's not only automatic and not belt driven, it just, the output's so much better, so much louder, and I thought that's how records used to sound. Much like they're much like the turntables that used to be in the old HMV stereos, which were made by EMI. back at Baines back in the day, I believe, where their pressing plant was as well. And I think they may have used Gerard at one stage as well, or Gerard, however you pronounce it. I pronounce it Gerard, but I think it may be Gerard. But anyway, the mechanism is much the same, and I have the BTR. Is it BTR? BTR mechanism that's in my father's old HMV. I just need to get a new platter for it, but that was brilliant as well, and you can stack the records up. It's got the arm on it, or you can put them on individually, and it, it's just great. I'm really wrapped with it. It sounds terrific. It's got a nice Shaw stylus on it as well, or needle. I actually call them needle, but I guess the correct term is stylus. But anyway, Too Many People sounds terrific. Punchy. Ram On. Uncle Albert. Miss Squeak loves that song anyway, and she loved that. Smile Away is terrific. Heart of the Country. Brassy country version. Monkberry Moon Delight's terrific, absolutely terrific, and I love all these songs anyway. It's a classic McCartney. It's become a classic McCartney album, and I believe back in the day it was mocked or not thought much of, but I love the album, and I love this version of it. Eat at Home's terrific. Long Haired Lady, Backseat of My Car. They're all terrific. Again, the back cover. If you don't have this album, rush out and do yourself a favour. It's on eBay. This isn't obviously the new coloured release version that's come out with the coloured vinyl. That would be nice, and I may very well pick that up because I love coloured vinyl. But look, if you can't afford that, because that's a bit pricier, go out and get the black vinyl version, the reissue. It sounds magic. It really does. The brass comes through nice and punchy. The drum sounds great, done a nice job on the recording, especially when you consider this was a 1971 recording. I'm pretty sure it was recorded at Abbey Road. It was certainly it says here on the hype sticker. I still have the cling wrap, as I call it, on, and it says on the hype sticker, remastered at Abbey Road Studios. Includes orchestral renditions of Paul and Linda McCartney's album A Ram, 180 gram audiophile vinyl. Includes MP3 download cards, so that was nice. So just skip that and get rid of that while we go. Yeah, I'd also like to thank, while I'm messing about here, all the people that have checked out my that's my new music video in the background, my new song, This Song. It's how many views has it had now? It's had a few. For me anyway, I don't get massive views, it's had 19 thumbs up, which is lovely, and 316 views. I don't know that last two views would have calculated to that yet. But anyway, I really thank you for checking out my new video. The song's called This Song, recorded here at Gap Central, and I call it Gap Central Recording Studio because when my friend that pulled out, Windy, and my old mate that no longer wanted to be a part of it, he got annoyed with the way I mixed a couple of songs, Stop the Clock and The Factory, and so he pulled out. I didn't want to fall out with him, so I just haven't heard from him again. But anyway, that's how it goes with some people. I'm sure we'll be friends again soon. I hope so. Don't like losing friends, and I certainly wasn't rude to him, so I don't know. What can you say? I'm learning to mix and master, and I just wanted to learn to do it and put more stuff out. But it was all recorded here. But when we put the idea of doing a group together, we were going to be called Mind the Gap, but we googled the name and we found there was quite a few bands named Mind the Gap, which is something they say when you get off the trains in the UK, and they do in Singapore. Please mind the gap as you step off the train. I guess they say it all over the world. But anyway, so we said, well, we can't do that, and so we decided Oompah Roundabout would be a good name because well, it's a bit different and out there, I guess, and yeah, no one else had it, so we got that name anyway. But yeah, so I decided to call the studio Gap Central Recording Studio, and I named this room the Wind Room. It's still called the Wind Room, the control room, even though he's got the ump with me. Anyway, what can you do? Do yourself a favour, as I said, if you've been thinking about it or never knew about this album, it's called Thrillington, produced by Paul McCartney, was recorded in 1971, shelved because he put Wings together. I guess he didn't want to overdo it with, you know, he had a few solo albums out with McCartney one and, as it's sort of called now, and Ram, and Red Rose Speedway, I think, too, did he? He must have. Anyway, or is that a Wings album? I don't know. But anyway, and then he got Wings together. It must be a Wings album. And then put Wings together. I suppose he didn't want to confuse too many people, so he shelved this and put this out in 77. Yeah. Very good album. Very good fun. If you're a younger person and you think your parents might like something to listen to while they're having a dinner party, hey, I'd have to recommend this. If you don't get it on vinyl, CD would be great. This remastered version rather sounds terrific. It really does. Anyway, this is Hormone How, keeping it shorter this week. I'm trying to cut down on the length of my videos. They're a bit long, I know. My record store day has suffered with lack of views probably because of its length. But you know, it doesn't matter to me really. If I like a video, I don't care how long it is. If I'm liking it, the longer the better. But anyway, that's how everyone seems to be doing it. This is Hormone House saying sayonara, see you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting on board with my new video to my song. If you're not interested in downloading songs, please add me to the Oompah Roundabout to your, which is just me these days, to your Spotify playlist. That would really support my music, you know. You don't get much for Spotify streams. It's not about that. I actually get 0.6 of a cent or a penny or whatever you want to call it, 0.6 of a cent, just over half a cent per stream. So there's no money here. I'm doing it, I do this because I love it. I don't make any money out of this, you know, very small, minuscule amounts. I do it because I love it. I've been into music since I got into the Beatles when I was very young. I wanted to learn guitar because of the Beatles, and I have. I'm not a terrific guitar player by any means. Never thought I had been, and never said I was. I just love it, so I just want to keep doing it. It's an addiction, I guess. Anyway, thanks for getting behind the Oompah Roundabout. Please add some of our songs to your playlist if you want to support the Oompah Roundabout. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Ciao.